Yo, what is up guys, it's me Eve again here playing Ethereum Restart. In today's video we're going to talk about Doki fight, the boss fight that you can see. I've finished the Hell 4 of it and I'm going to show you how I did it with what team. I think it's relatively free-to-play friendly. The only thing that you need is one LD that I've used, but I'm going to tell you the alternatives for exchanging that character later on, like what you can use and try to manipulate with to try to replace her over there. So let's take a look at the team that I've used. I'm also going to show you the builds for them for sure. So I've used this as my main team. So we have Tiamat, we have Kaz, we have Didding. Very interesting choice, as you might see, because again there's no basically teams in the Doki that has Didding for the most part, except for like maybe the early stages of Hell, sure, but later on there's literally zero of them, and Linglo as well for sure. The Lily here, obviously she's great because Lily, Tiamat, and Linglo, these three works so good together. Especially they have the biggest amount of support that you can have for the Tiamat, because she does need a lot of healing. She does need a lot of like meter plays because she has a lot of shields that she can provide to the team, and because of that she's such a great kind of like a sub DPS. Didding here is my main DPS. He's gonna be doing the damage. She's here for the buffs on the shields, and then she's also good for just purely having, whenever she transforms, she can heal herself, as well as she can also be very useful just by being there doing some decent damage to AoE units, to just being an AoE damage dealer there. Okay, Kaz obviously here for the slumbers, then the stuns, everything like this. This is how I've did it. Basically I was using Didding to attack the lowest ones. So on phase 1, this is the first one to transform, so I killed him instantly. Then I killed the second one. Then I was just going for whatever you want here. To be honest, it doesn't matter who you can finish quicker. That's, you go for the one or who you have the passives of Didding proccing on, then you go for them. Same goes for the phase 2. So I finished the first guy who gets the buff first, then I went for the right side, or the most right person, and then the two on the both sides, and then the boss was the last one that I've killed. So that was like my plan of how I do it. Tiamat, always whenever you have a chance to use the shield, try to using shield on her, like over anything. To be honest, Town as well sometimes plays some good games, but I don't recommend using it on phase 2 if you don't have the stun. So if you didn't proc the stun, don't use the taunt, because she could actually die. Even if you have a very good build on her, she could kinda die because of that. So sometimes it's better to just use her single target over her taunt as well, because she needs to survive. Because if she survives, the whole team survives. She gives insane amount of shields, as well as I obviously, as you can see, I have 2 artisans here as well. I was using, I think, another artisan here as well. So we had 3 artisans basically, plus the shields from Tiamat as well. So this was pure survivability build without like relying on the damage. To be honest, you can even switch Didding for someone else. Just any damage dealer would here work, because this is pure survivability. So you're gonna just win by like, even if you're not gonna be doing enough damage, you're gonna be just like slowly killing them, just because you're gonna survive for so long. You can even use like 2 healers here, to be honest. That two healers meta also works perfectly. So in terms of builds, obviously I have these on Tiamat. So I have Brumble plus Swift Rush. This is what I went with. Obviously Brumble is very important to her. To be honest, I was switching up with Artisan a lot there and tried it out, but I think Brumble is still extremely useful. So if I'm using the Black Flag here because that's the only one where I have the Swift Rush plus Brumble. Unfortunately on Artisan I still didn't get Swift Rush plus Brumble. I'm only getting like everything except for the Brumble plus Swift Rush. Basically all of the combinations except for that one. So I'm waiting until I get that. In terms of just purely everything, you want to have HP on the right side. Everything needs to be HP. I don't even have the, as you can see here, don't have the best level. They're not leveled up at all. So it's still good enough because I have a pretty decent amount of HP here. And that's what she needs. She basically needs, the more HP you have, the more damage you're gonna be doing. This is how the Tiamat, you can obviously go and see the video I did for the Tiamat. If you have a little bit of effect resist on some of these ones, that will be also really, really good, because then that's making her stay alive longer. Also, the good thing that you can try, maybe not a Swift Rush, but also Brumble plus Bloodbath, because Bloodbath buffs your survivability, especially if you have the 12 piece on that one. If you have 12-12, then that's the perfect thing that you can do, is running Bloodbath plus Brumble and Artisan, something like that on Tiamat. Didding is, I don't have the Fury or Momentum for now, so I've been using the Onslaught plus Kinai. I have a pretty good Kinai one. Kinai ones were 3-3 because I finished the Terraformation and was farming it a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't have the best Kinai here for the right side, so I was using this one with attack bonus, but to be honest, it would be better if you have the crits here much more. And the other two is just purely crits. So that's like the only stats I'm going to show you. The stats here, I have a little bit of good speed actually here, plus 12 is pretty good. Other than that, it's like pretty standard, nothing too crazy on the sap stats there. In terms of Linglow, this is what I was using, Swift Rush plus Unbreakable. You can use any, to be honest, whatever you have on the Artisan, it doesn't really matter for her. Only thing you matters is you need her to survive, so try to put as much HP, as much defense as you possibly can. So in the right side, I've used effect resist here for the good effects. This one, don't use the attack. Obviously, you want HP there, and defense, something like this. And everything is just pretty simple, nothing too crazy there, okay? So I don't have any investments, but if you want to invest, I would recommend healing, because the healing effects by 15%, that's pretty good. Also, like, these two are also really, really good. If you want to invest in Linglow, obviously, go for the single damage one. The skill one is most important. In terms of Lily, what I used is also Artisan, but this time with Swift Rush and Time Weaver. That doesn't matter here. The second one, I just don't have a better one that is already leveled up right now. I just took the one that I was using for the Terraformation on my dot team. So I have a little bit of leveled up, level 3 on the skill 1. So if you can try to get it to level 5, that's really good for Lily. And just in general, whenever you're going to be using Lily, that's what you need. In terms of just gear, there's just random full Swift Rush plus a little bit of these Unbreakable here, but it doesn't do anything. I'm just using it for the speed. Other than that, this is pretty simple. Kaz has also the most simplest build as you possibly can. Is I have a little bit of Strife here that I'm using her. You need to have a full on level 5 on her CC, as well as on passive. Having a little bit build here also wouldn't be bad, but you don't need like any crazy investments in this for sure. You're gonna be just fine by using the level 5 on her for that. I'm also using Gigabyte over Artisan, but Artisan works here as well. Like, the more Artisan you have, the better, but I think Kaz with Gigabyte just works better because it's pretty much a free jump from whatever like their wave going on. They're usually going on like 5 of them on the phase 2 at the same time. So because of that, Kaz can jump in whenever they are like in the middle of it. And then she can stun maybe 1 or 2 of them if you're lucky with the CC, or if you're just using this single target skill, then also can stun 1 of them. That's just good enough. Also, effect accuracy, I'm using a big effect accuracy on here. That's the most important. Also, there's a video on Kaz, how to build her. Now we're gonna take a look on what you can change here. Obviously, Lily is not the best character because, again, a lot of players probably don't have Lily for the most part, and because of that, I could recommend you some other options. One of the best ones that you can use is the Gachi the Goat. Gachi the Goat is a fucking legend. He's the most free-to-play friendly replacement for Lily because he provides you with some really, really good stuff. As you can see here, turn meter, speed down. On single target, there is a crit rate down, so the enemies don't crit. And also there is a buff. That's one of the most important stuff. Immunity, success here, defense up, all of that buffs. That's incredible. So you can try to use him. He's really good. I definitely recommend using him here. Also, this gachi is actually also kind of underrated because this is pretty good skill, but again, for now, it's not that popular, as well as there's also a turn minus as well on here. So maybe if you can build one of them, then that's going to be good, but for the most part, try to use the gachi, the guard. Also, another unit that is very good in here that you might have is Biotin as well. She buffs the damage. For example, whatever who's gonna be your damage dealer. Doki herself is actually pretty good here as well. I mean, like in terms of who you can replace the Lily with. Also, Mio actually works really well here. She not only has the turn meter down, but she also has the stun, so she can make plays with Kaz. She gets now the Kaz becomes not only a stunner but also the one who is gonna be applying the slumber to like debuff the enemies by itself. So now she's kind of a debuffer more of than stunner, and she's gonna be the unit that's gonna be stunning everyone. So that's for the most part what I think the best choices could be for you to replace Lily. Again, you can see who is the better like supports on here in the, for example, if you go to Inferno, you can see the clear time and you can see what people are using. Again, Doki works also perfectly fine here. If you have her, for example, maybe another LD other than Lily, she works. Salins as the damage dealer also works, but you need to have a full build on her as well for that to work. Like you can see there's other different options, again a lot of Lilies, but as you can see here, Gachi the guard also works perfectly fine. Also Rosa could be clearing this shit as well, or pretty fine as well. So if you're missing Tiamat maybe, again Tiamat here is for the most part only for the shields and a little bit of OE damage that she provides. But for the most part, the damage dealing capacity is coming from the Didding. So if you don't have Didding, you can replace him with Rosa, you can replace him with Messiah. That could also work Mochi, obviously, all of those units that are good for this fight. If you have Xiara, obviously Xiara here over Didding, and you're like, you don't even need probably Tiamat at that point. You're just going to be good with just having Xiara, but obviously if you don't have, this is the build that I did. Again, you can try the same. I don't think this is gonna be quite good enough to finish the Inferno. Maybe at this point of like my investments, maybe this is not the best, but later on I guess we'll see how we're gonna do, and maybe I will be able to clear the Inferno as well with Tiamat too. Other than that, hopefully you liked the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, as well as tell me how far are you on the Doki. What are you struggling? Are you stuck in there? Because I've certainly was stuck for some time, but finally was able to do it. Now I can kind of do it as well. Not on auto, definitely myself. I need to do it myself, but I can clear it at least. Other than that, don't forget to tune in for the streams. I stream every day. We play Theory as well as Tokyo Ghoul and other gacha games whenever I'm interested in one of them. Also join the Discord so you don't miss any notifications on the videos as well as on the streams. And if you're interested in just talking about it here, or you have any questions, you can join us in there as well. Other than that, hopefully you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.